Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to Squad Iko Sawa.
Yeah.
I know you guys are wondering what up with the new setup. Nice things, just a whole lot of nice things.
Yeah.
But welcome to this episode. If you're yet to catch up with the previous episode,
Make sure
you can
you
go
do.
catch up with that. Today we have a very interesting topic that I think is going to be a good one for a discussion.
Yeah.
But I've not had people discuss it before.
Yeah.
So I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. And the topic
Well, we
is...
hope you do.
We hope you
Yeah.
do. And the topic is the myths that we grew up knowing.
Yeah.
And I know some of you have myths that you have made them to be truths.
Yeah.
You were about to lose your job. Hit it. You were about to lose
Can we
your
go
job.
to the episode?
Find out on this episode. See you on the other side of this conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, you look so hot. Gosh.
Thank you.
Unaenda?
Kwa baba kwa sababu I'm now over
Hey,
the
kwa baba.
myths.
Whoa.
Yes, because
Whoa.
now I'm over the myths. I now know the truth. The absolute truth.
It has set you.
It has set me free. Thank you though.
This
Thank you.
is
I
going to be a
appreciate it.
very...
Thank you.
This is
babe.
going to be a very lovely conversation.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I hope you guys know the myths we are talking about.
Yeah. So usually like the Christian myths, I feel like we grew up knowing, and we think that it's actually biblical.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go through some of the ones that we wrote a list of,
Yeah.
and just discuss it in length. It's gonna be fun. I hope you guys will engage with us in the comments. Let us know
Yeah.
if there are any other myths that you know, and then we can all just decipher it and be like, wrong, for shame,
Yeah.
shame. That's not true.
That was not
Yeah.
actually scripture. That's not a thing.
How are you though?
I'm great
It's
right
your
now.
birthday month.
Oh my God.
I'm so happy. I'm so
Birthday
excited.
month is here.
First birthday celebration
Yeah.
with us being married.
Yes.
Yeah. How you
Oh
feel?
my. I feel so nice.
Unajua, you are setting the pace.
Hey. Pressure.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling so happy. I think it came with a lot of gratitude. You know, yeah, it feels very, wow, like it's been quite a long journey, and it feels very fulfilling
Yeah.
and very, wow, we are here. This is actually happening. You
Yeah.
know? And I think even with us getting married and putting everything together, it feels very light.
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah. it
What do you want to
feels
do for your birthday? I'm thinking party with 50 people.
No.
No.
Just the two of us.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm thinking something very light. Just two of us.
I don't think any birthday though that we've done where it's been like a party has been like you enjoy it when it happens, but
Yeah.
typically you're more like let's just chill, the both of
Yeah.
us. I'm like no, people, yes, uns all the way. Yeah, but this year tutakusikiza. We'll do a quiet one.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
it's okay. We'll
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, it's been that. I've been a bit sickly.
Yeah.
As the week, I think maybe just getting off of work being a bit intense.
It was super intense. Yeah.
Yeah. So now just I've been relaxing and chilling, and taking a lot of glucose and water.
Because of importance.
Yeah,
hydration.
hydrate, people, hydrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm doing well. How are you
That's
doing?
good. I like your haircut.
Thanks.
It's really fine.
Very
It took
real.
us months to get here where I appreciate short hair, but I
Yeah.
like it. You look nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Look neat.
Let's not push it. You look nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you doing?
I'm good. I've also had a bit of a hectic month. March has just kicked my butt completely. Yeah. I think especially today, because we're shooting this on a Sunday, we just attended church and the sermon was really nice. So it really has given me the fuel I needed for the second quarter. I'm very excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I have new fuel to, because I think at some point I was just like, I'm running on fumes. I just need to get through the day.
Yeah.
And so I think now I'm in a much, much better place. Yeah.
Wait, unaweza letea huyu mananasi ama ni watermelon? Energy.
See glucose?
You love that oranges.
Okay,
Vitamins.
oranges I can take. Okay, so Mohanji is the one who introduced the episode, but I want to be the one to ask the questions because Mohanji always has the best reactions. So we're gonna do it. So we're talking about again myths, Christian myths that we grew up knowing, or quotes, or like I guess ideologies, and then actually it's not true. Literally that's it. Actually, it's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get my notes because I had them written down.
Let's go. It's gonna be a very interesting episode.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the first one. The first quote is, or like thing that we usually say, and it is, and actually, I remember, like some of these quotes, when I think of them, I remember like parade in school.
Oh my God.
Okay, so let's actually start with that. Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Oh no, no.
That's actually not true.
Yes.
But does it mean that?
Kind of. As a concept. As a concept, I can see how it works.
Yeah. I think that's how we started now being like, we have to be perfect before we get to God.
Yeah. Actually, spanner in the works. I think actually, really, that's like a caveat for many people. Because I think even how people like usually complain about, oh, religion is this, religion is that. I think some of it even stems in these myths that we are going to go through.
Yeah.
Because it's like cleanliness is next to godliness. Yeah, we're not saying that you should be dirty.
Yeah.
However, even you being clean doesn't mean that you're closer to God.
Do you remember that Bible verse where Jesus was talking about the cup? And there's actually, yes, like the cup is that it's clean outside. He was referring to the Pharisees, but inside it's dirty. And there's even like a Tanzanian choir that's so, yeah. So I think maybe there's reference to that, but it's not.
Yeah, I think.
I don't think it's. Yeah, I think it's just he was talking in metaphors, as he usually does till now in dreams. Why is there a cow inside a bus driving? What does that mean, Jesus?
You know,
what
have you seen this meme that has been going around that says, Ati, do not care about the sun because the cow is watching CG the what before it goes down. It's just like, wait, what?
What have I just read?
And then it's like the photo they use is like for that dog that's always looking like this.
No, I haven't seen it.
Show you that thing is so funny.
Hapa pia. Unakumbuka last time niliwaekea? Asante sana. Nitawaekea. Mwancha akinipea nitawaekea.
Yes.
So actually, a very interesting thing is that this statement actually originated from a 1700s sermon. It was one random schmuck, like one random pastor who just said it, and guys were like,
yes,
you know what? That is perfect branding. Chukua na tusonge nayo. Yes. Imagine that's what it is.
That's such a diabolical thing to
tell a congregants. It's not nice.
Maybe
it was a dirty person in the church, and then they were like,
use this as an example. That's it's true. It's a bit extreme.
Okay, second one. God helps those who help themselves.
Are you helping yourself?
Is that true?
Really no.
Why do you say so?
I don't think it's that way. Because, you know, even if you don't actually help yourself, like God really has grace.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole point of grace. Or is it mercy?
Yeah. I think even it gives us like, it empowers our self-sufficiency. Because I think that there's a truth of like there is faith with works. Like don't just pray and not do the work that is required. Totally, But then again, there is a place where favor plays a part. We were literally talking about this jana. We're saying how like even in Kenya and I'm assuming the rest of the world, but we're only speaking of Kenya because it's where we live. There is, when you think of like hardworking people, sometimes the most hardworking people are the ones who are least paid. So like wase wa mjengo and you know like so working hard is not the thing that shall grant you like a luxury life or a life that you are financially stable or financially free. There is a part where like God's favor plays.
Ama you can't really explain. Well, apart from those who can explain.
Would you think works also really hard but doesn't get?
I think Kanges really work hard.
You know who I also think? Wase unaendesha hizi manini. The guys who drive the trailers. Yeah. From like Zambia, Pasa. It's a lot of work. I actually don't know how much they get paid though.
Away from all that.
But I'm assuming it's not. Because they would quit their job.
Maybe if like you're in the US and you're being paid in USD and
well, it
trickles down to Kenya.
But you're not living in Kenya. So you're using USDs.
But
USAs.
you sort of like have a cheaper lifestyle because you live in your truck. So you don't spend
You're able
as
to save the
much.
money.
You know.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think also them. Because imagine Kanges.
No, Kanges for real. First of all, physicality.
Yes.
Yeah. Physicality.
And the amount of
lazima
rejection
ukuwe
you
nini.
get in a day.
Yeah.
Twende Dar es Salaam.
Siendi.
Siendi Mwihoko.
Wacha
Naenda
kuniguza.
Juja.
Wacha kuniguza.
Toa mguu hapa. You know, like
Mimi ni bibi ya mtu.
Hey, you have to go through so many hoops
Yeah.
to even get people in your car. And what?
Actually, is it Kanges or Kamageras?
Kanges. Because now, Kanges, if you can't be able to pay a
Mimi naweza sema
Kamagera.
stress ya Kange ni fair. Like, if you get someone who's
Eh.
stubborn.
You get
Kamagera
a
ndio wenye
stubborn
anakatia customer. Madam,
Kamagera.
unaenda tao. Kwanza warongai. There
Too aggressive.
was a time they used to really like aim for chicks, and it's not good behavior. But yeah. Okay. So God, you don't
Yeah,
agree. God does.
no.
God helps
God
even the
helps
ones who are
everyone.
helpless.
You see this song of Guardian, Nadeka, he says like ananyesha kwa wote wazuri na wabaya. Not I mean it happens to the ladies, but you get it. Like in the song the way he references,
Yes.
like he helps everyone. It doesn't matter if you're good or you're bad, because sometimes people say, why does God always favor these people who are not born again? It's like they are all his children, so he helps whoever. Where
Everybody.
there's effort, where there's no effort, he still helps you.
Okay, next myth. Everything happens for a reason.
Oh my goodness. Hey. Tell that to someone who
Imagine
just lost something.
sometimes life is just
happens.
Yeah, life is just bad. Like kuanguka kwa matope imanishi. It doesn't have any other significant meaning than you just fail. Yeah.
It just happens, and it happens sometimes. And I think sometimes people use to tidbits of things that have happened to try to see what is God saying here. Sometimes it's just life.
Happen,
you know.
yeah.
So
It's just I think it's the growing. It's not growing pains, but like the life pains of the way God talks about. You will have many troubles in this world, but worry not, I have overcome the world. It doesn't mean that because he has overcome, you won't still go through the troubles. They will be there, but just be comforted.
And maybe it's just unique to you.
Yeah.
It's like ni kama unatembea and then you trip over something, and I don't know how how like moms and aunts used to say like tembea hata na 20 bob kwa mfuko ukianza kanyaga nyanya ya mtu. you get
No,
like,
sikufika hiyo page.
Like as I used to remember, like my aunt used to say, like at least tembea hata na 20 bob. Like you never know, like things might happen.
For sure.
Like you see how people walk in Tao and then someone say pushes you and you step on someone's nyanya and you don't have anything. Madam weka hapa pia wewe uuze yenye umekanyaga. Yenye utauza.
A whole bunch. Oh my
Imagine.
goodness.
You know, so I think it's that thing that sometimes things just happen and sometimes you don't have control over everything. So it's just happening.
Yeah,
But
for
things
sure.
sometimes happen to good people and it doesn't have to have a reason.
Yeah, it just it just happens. Is there any that comes to your mind, Sai? As I look through my notes.
Bad things happening.
Or even that, like bad things happening to good people.
I think a lot of bad things happen to even just like a good caveat, say job story. Like it wasn't that he was doing some dubious things, then God was like,
Yeah.
I will punish you.
In fact, he picked the strongest soldier and he was like, Satan, fight this one.
How mwezi? Hey, kumbe. Kiwindros Muhando. Agenda. Where? The agended.
You know, sometimes you're supposed you should ask God, it's like, God, don't bet. Usibet na mimi.
Sinieke bet.
Usibet na mimi. Not that I talk, like, just don't do. Don't need.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't need that type of pressure, God. I do not.
I have another one.
Yeah.
Don't question God.
Hey.
You know, in fact, like this one is especially true in African homes because it's almost like you're disrespecting him if you ask him, don't question. Because maybe also our parents were like that. Like if you ask a why, like why? Don't ask me. Hey.
You're a child.
I'm just asking.
Yes,
why
but I'm asking a question.
Yeah. What do you think of that myth?
Hey, it's really interesting because I think, and this, I mean, we don't have kids yet, so I can't be able to really go in on it. But I think how kids view their parents, it has a correlation on how you view God. Because it's like the authority. So I think sometimes with kids, when they ask these questions, and I think it also has a thing to do with now, even God saying, let the children come to me because the kingdom is theirs. Like,
and children are naturally
curious. So you ask things, even sometimes kids are the
why is this color blue?
Ilitengenezwa tu hivyo, like, you know. So I think like God requires that curiosity even from us, where we ask him. And I think even if you tie it with scripture, it's like ask and you will receive.
Or come let us reason together. Yes.
So it's that thing of even Abraham himself questioning God, and he was like, hey, what if there is 100 people? What if there is, it's like, you're not really...
What if there's one? And then I really like the way he was so... I guess it's humble. He was like, God, I'm sorry. I know I'm asking you a lot. But what if there's just one person?
Just one.
And God is like, and God wasn't even frustrated. He was just like, if there's one person,
if there's one, let's do it.
So come, let us reason together. You can ask God questions.
You can ask God things.
Maybe not your parents, but God you can.
Tricky.
God you can ask. God you can ask. Okay. And then we've said cleanliness. Okay. God will give you much more. No? God will never give you more than you can handle.
Oh. Cue in Job again. Cause, oh my goodness. I think if you look at life in a way that, sometimes God can give you more than you can, but it's not about self-sufficiency. It's about, I am there with you.
Yeah.
So it's him actually telling you, be assured I'll be with you. Like, you will go through it. Even when he kills us, you will go through so many troubles in this earth. And you are on earth. So the troubles are coming.
Yeah.
But it's him just telling you, but you're not alone. I'm with you. So I think it's like a call to even trust him even more. It's not that mi saenda kutesa ngoja. Tesa. Ni kama tu God wa huko heaven and the heavenly bodies and angels.
How rough can we make it for these humans?
Tunataka kutesa our humans. No. It's that thing of just like, I'm with you in this thing. You're not alone. And I think the comfort of that is take comfort in God, not yourself.
Yeah.
Not in your self-sufficiency, not in your money, in your work, in everything. Sometimes we might want to lean on that because as humans, it's just a logical thing. It's like, if I'm having problems, I can do this or do this or do this. But sometimes just God telling you, just rest in me, I got you, which is...
Yeah, I think for me, when I had this, I was reminded of the verse of his power is made perfect in our weakness. So we need to be weak for his power to shine through. And so I think sometimes we can come to the end of ourselves where it's like, even if you have, for example, even if you have all the money in the world, right? Yeah. And then somebody gets a terminal disease, you know that money can end in like, I don't know if you've experienced like, people around you, or you've heard stories of like guys who got something like cancer and everything, and someone who was like a millionaire, like in 3 months they are depleted completely. So up until sometimes when you come to the end of ourselves is when God is allowed, he's like, okay, let me flex my muscles now. True. So I don't think that, I think that's a myth. Do you think it's a myth?
It's a myth. It's definitely a myth.
Okay, next one. If you have enough faith, you won't suffer.
Brace yourself with your faith.
In fact, when you know why I think this is also a myth is because this is my conspiracy theory, okay? I think that when we first get saved, God gives us like a honeymoon. Like you pray, he answers. You nini it's very like. And then anakupeleka ka wilda ka hebu tumie ile nje niko na giza. Niko na wewe, lakam.
Yes,
yeah. So I think maybe that's why it's like if you have enough faith, it will happen. But I think it's a myth. I think it's a myth.
It really is a myth. Because you imagine Abraham, him being called the father of faith, and all the stuff that happened to him, just to show that he had faith. It's not that he didn't have faith. He had faith. Him even being called the father of faith. There's no one else in scripture who's being called the father of faith.
Yeah.
It's him. And the fact that he was the one who was told, so this son I gave you.
Mapangale
for real. And then he's like, Okay, God, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Without even asking God, hey, hata wewe pia unanipea na tena unamtaka kivipi? Jehova jiulize kivipi? How? Why? You know, questioning all that. He was like, I'll do it. And I think sometimes it's usually very hard in times where even you yourself don't believe that like this is either I have you doing or being obedient to God doesn't mean you have to say that you don't have faith. Because sometimes people won't see things the way you see them. And you're being obedient to God. It's not that you're not. So I think sometimes even what we see as faith can sometimes not even be faith.
I think even there was a previous episode we were talking about how, like, what if God calls you to step away from something that's working? You know, like obedience goes two way. I think sometimes the assumption is when we obey, only good things will happen in our lives. But sometimes it's like
tough things could really happen.
Yeah. So there's that.
Oh my.
Okay, I think even to add on this, good people go to heaven. Is that a myth?
Yeah, that's a big myth.
Because what do we define even as good people? Because hata Yesu mwenyewe akiwa duniani alisema no one is good except the Father. Hata alijitoa kwa hiyo hesabu. Yeah.
Because I think out
I think the standard is different for everyone. For what a good person is.
Yeah, because it's usually like a question of morality when people say good. And there was a time at work we were doing like our morning meetings. And I said
you were doing harmony meetings?
Morning meetings. We are just
whoa, yeah, I was like, hey, what are you planning?
Soprano. We have our job choir. Hey.
Coming for you.
So, like I was saying to them that they refuse to flee because in everyone's story, you're also a villain or a monster. So, in everyone's hey, could also be a Red Bull.
Ogre.
Big bad ogre. Ogre. So now, like, we always want to paint ourselves as good in most cases. And truly, you might really be a good person in theory, but practically, there's someone who always sees you as alikosea, or this person did something, you spite me somewhere. So there's always someone who sees something wrong you did.
Yeah. And
that's why even when people have discourse online, I'm usually like, all these people are not clean. We're telling, oh, this is what you should do as a Christian. This is what you should. And that's why even the relationship you have with God is very personal.
Yeah.
It's like, what is your relationship with God? And I don't think there actually is a good person.
Yeah.
In totality, I mean, we were told they are good people, but...
And then also the only way to go to heaven is through salvation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So already, like, hatukuwa to make. Sisi wote hatukuwa to make.
We are not cut out for it.
Tumesha, in fact, tulikuwa tusha, but it's salvation that it's the blood of Jesus. It's not even our works. Like, it's not that even if we are born again, like how good we are. No. It's the saving grace of our Lord and Savior.
Come on.
Who is he?
Jesus Christ.
Thank you so much.
Of Nazareth. The one who died on the cross.
Still on salvation, the next myth is once you are saved, life gets easier. Ding, ding, ding. I think this is like the #1 PR tactic that has been used by so many people and we have believed it. And it's until you get into it and then you're like,
Don't believe the hype.
Ni kama unaambiwa biashara ya kweli zinatengeneza pesa, lakini ukiingia kwa biashara unasema, hey!
Inanifilisisha hii, nitaishi Nairobi kweli. You know, like it's...
So like, okay, kama unatengeneza 20,000 Nairobi, wewe kuja tu tulime. Tulime mahindi.
I think it's a hard sell. And I think sometimes it's really like we as even the body of Christ, we usually try to convince people that Christianity is so good, it's so nice. Yes, it is. However, it really comes with a lot. I feel like once you're born again, it's like you have a target on your back.
For sure.
when you're not born again, wewe uko tu, wewe unaishi, unafanya kenye unataka.
Unaibiwa tu Nairobi.
Unaibiwa Nairobi. Vinyei wako na wewe. Yani you really do whatever you want. No one is going to question you. But once you say, I believe Jesus to be the Lord of my life.
Ngam.
Like, ati umesema nini? Like then it just things it's usually like now the devil is amepatia wase aya so nani ameokoka hebu amkeni
muongezeni kwa list huyu
huyu mweke target wanted cash prize imewekwa because now I think sometimes you have a target on your back because of what you believe and what you believe is really challenge. Sometimes it's not
even like what God is now called, you know, like every one of us has a purpose as to why we're on earth.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be like your time is right now. So the enemy, in fact, where was it we were listening to? It's like the enemy is not even after your destiny. He's just after your time. Because once you miss your time...
you're done.
Yeah.
You're done with. I think niyo kitu ya kukua. It just makes you busy with nothing. Like unazungukanga tu Nairobi. You're always here, there. People think you're doing big things. Or you could actually be doing big things. But then, those things are not what you're supposed to be doing.
For sure.
So you're just busy. But you're not actually achieving your purpose or what you are here on earth for.
What encouragement can you give new believers or people who currently their life is not easy as they were promised? No, advice that will help them stay.
Stay in the faith. I think one thing that I usually stick by or hang on, for me it's usually like believe in the one who called you. It's not even the pastor, it's not the church, it's the one who called you. That one is the one mwenye. Lean on him, lean on God for real. And I think sometimes, even as you lean on that, also lean on good community, the friends you have, the people you keep around you. Because sometimes you might feel like it's really heavy on you or heavier on you. But when you are around people who are in the same faith, people who know your struggle and know what you're going through, it becomes easier. Because it feels like, by the everyone is going through it, so you always feel like this thing of like you're not alone. And that's why I think mostly like for guys, when they watch like soldier movies, they usually see like, wow, I actually see myself. Like this person is in a struggle, but they're not alone. They have a band of brothers.
Yeah.
And even for ladies, like those hangouts, those girl dinners and all that. So like that,
Community,
I have people.
yes.
I have people. So have a good community around you. Believe in God. Believe in God.
A community that
word.
actually encourages. Like they talk about maybe what they are going through and they put God in it. Because you know it can easily, especially for girls, can easily become just rants. Like we always just rant about our problems. So community that encourages us to lean on God.
Yeah, I think that
is a myth.
Yeah. And read your word too. Read your word too. It will encourage. Like sometimes people might not. You might be in a different season that maybe no one in your circle has gone through. And sometimes you actually need God to lean on. So in those periods
after YouTube umesearch how to get over, how to chat GTP imekata, YouTube imekata. Huo ni Mungu anakuambia.
Yeah, just open his
the
word.
Original, I want to sound cheesy, the original chat GPT.
Iko na majibu. You know, so lean on God, open that word, and sometimes, not even sometimes, most of the times he will actually speak back to you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Or just give you peace. Because sometimes
they're just the trouble.
Malizana tu na hiyo season.
Pitia tu. There's an interesting thing I read last week. It was talking about like someone had lost someone, and then they post on X that how do you people deal with the loss? Because right now I feel like my dad passed on a while back, but I've not fully grieved it. Like I feel like I'm really evading it. And I really love Kenyans. Because the person who retweeted that tweet literally wrote...
What's like Nini right now? Sorry, what's the... Because now it's X.
Yeah, you can't retweet.
What do you do?
Accessed. I don't know. Maybe.
Hey, hello, no, umetupea stress wewe.
And apparently he sold it, which...
No, he sold it to his...
himself, with another name, Suji called...
Yeah.
My goodness. Anyway, billionaires.
So the person retweeted, and what did they say?
And the person said that the pain of loss is not like any other pain. The only way to get rid of it you have to face it. And it was like it wasn't at fancy at it was like loss. It's a pain
Hii ni ya kupitia.
Hii lazima upitie. Like there is no shortcut.
Yeah.
You just have to face it.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes even in our faith,
Yeah.
like those times of troubles, like you can literally just be like, by the God, this one seems like it's here for a while. So acha tupitie. And I think now that's literally Job's story. Like angesema tu
you know the song that's playing in my mind? Nimekukimbilia Bwana.
Big shout out to Rose Muhando. Hey, Rose Muhando has tunes for every season. Baba.
Okay, the next myth. Prayer is about getting what you want.
Tashinda hapo. Naomba sana. Because I feel like sometimes it's those requests to God, where it's like, ayo utaongea tu. It's like how you would ask your parents for something. Ako tu like, yeah, hiyo hata si ya kuombea, hiyo itakuja tu. But hiki tunaitisha, hiyo achana nayo kabisa.
And then I think also like the assumption can be like God is, the way people say God is an ATM. Like you're just using him to get what you want, but you're not necessarily experiencing him for who he is.
Yeah.
And then now being able to understand, okay, this is the will of God over my life. Then now I can pray accurately. You are just like, God, I don't know. Bless me with whatever. I don't know for what is on in your life.
Tomorrow I wish to get an iPhone. Well.
There are many ways to get it.
Yeah. So no. Yeah. That is definitely a myth.
Okay. There is another one. God won't use you until you have it all together. What do you think? Do you think it's a myth?
Hey, that one is a myth.
Okay.
Because I think it's that, we even spoke about it in the previous episode, it's that chasing of perfectionism. Like God is not looking for you to be perfect.
Yeah.
He just needs you to actually, yes, just one step at a time. I think that's the obedience that God actually is asking people for.
I want to put a caveat. Sometimes I think even when we say that, like he's just looking for people who are willing and available, it can be misleading because pia Mungu hataki kuchoma brand yake. So sometimes sometimes willingness and availability is willingness to have your character developed in secret. But sometimes we just want the willingness and availability if we are going to be on top of stages, if we are going to be visible. Yes.
Very true.
Yeah.
That is actually very true.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's like the story of David. Like he wasn't anywhere at sijui doing big things. Alikuwa tu huko kwa shamba huko na mambuzi. And that's when God was like, that one is after my own heart.
That's a king.
How G.O.D. How?
King anachunga mbuzi.
Wewe uko wapi? Wewe uko wapi?
Yeah.
I think that is a myth. That is a myth.
This one, I will even say it with a Kenyan accent. Forgive and forget. Do you think it's a myth?
We definitely
there's a way you're, I don't know, I can't tell from your reaction what answer you have.
That we definitely know is a myth.
Why do you think it's a myth?
It's a myth because you can't forgive and forgetting that part.
You can forgive, but forgetting is...
Forgetting, I think now that's where the work is.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a thing of memories don't die. Like you can better be like done with it kabisa. You even
that's
forgiven
one of
the person.
Mohanji's life quotes.
Yeah, memories don't die. So sometimes you can forgive someone, but the forgetting part, it's like at the uku kwa intwangaje.
Yeah, I think even like not being forgetful, or maybe what they meant. Maybe what they meant was like forgetting in terms of forgetting the pain that it gave you, or forgetting the like it's not affecting you anymore. But you don't, like for me it's like don't forget, because sometimes if you forget, and this is now me adding my rules, if you forget, then you're not able to place the boundary with this person. Then you run the risk of them hurting you again, and then it becomes a cycle. So I don't think forgiven. Maybe the forget means like forget the pain, or don't be attached don't be attached to the grieving that it gave you. But
usisahau.
Oh, okay. This last one. Christians shouldn't struggle with mental health.
You only mean.
Like depression should be prayed away, anxiety can be prayed away.
Stay away from people who have that as something, as a true statement in their lives, because that can really mess you up so badly. Because I think a lot of, there's the bit of God giving people the ability to, because there are people, and I'm sure of this, there are people who have been prayed off depression, prayed off, because God is a healer.
But it's not a one size fits all.
It's not and I think sometimes what we usually take as believers is that if it happened for that person, it can also happen for me.
In the exact same way.
It's a good theory, but the practicality of
I think there's a lot of copy pasting that happens. Yeah.
Because people, like, it's experiences. It's the same way how people read the Bible, and whatever they read, they think that is them. So you read a story about David killing Goliath, and then you feel like you're David. No, that's David's story. You have to have your own experience.
Maybe you are the brother in that story.
Maybe you are the brother. Or maybe wewe tu ni a Philistine huko tu, wewe uko huko hata huko hii story. So I think sometimes we usually take the hero arc,
yes,
and we want to walk with it, and this is our thing, this is the thing, and it's like probably you should chill a bit on this one. It's not that way in the whole story.
And this is now me making it personal. Sometimes I feel like people who can speak on mental health in a sort of careless way have not had people in their lives who have experienced it, because I feel like once you experience, you're like, this is legit sickness. It's not anything at this person is having self-pity on themselves or and I do believe in the power of healing, and it's completely possible, but it's just and it's not me negating my faith. It's just saying that it's not just because it worked for this person this way doesn't mean it can copy paste to everyone. It's not, and maybe that's my faith, but that's where I'm at with that conversation.
Because emotions are also like, you can be sick with your emotions. It doesn't mean also you can only be sick with your physical body. You can also be sick with your emotions, and I think even with therapy and all that is like you going to have a wellness check on your emotional side. It's not on the physical side. So treat it as an actual sickness. It's something that you should very much consider. If you're unstable emotionally, go see someone who can help you with that.
I'm done. I have no more.
Thank you guys for coming for this.
I have no more for now.
Wow.
But if you have,
but definitely if you guys have more myths and more things you feel like we could add.
Can you say myths?
Myths.
I'm just saying meats. Say it again.
Meats. Yeah. It feels like meat.
Continue.
Yeah.
Our presenter.
Yeah. So if you have more meats and things that you feel we could add, so that we could do a part 2, maybe we could be able to do it.
Yeah.
And see how that goes. I don't know. Do you have anything to add on?
No. I just think that we need to unlearn a lot. And we need to work out our salvation with fear. Do you remember that video we watched in the morning? Oh my gosh. We're going to put it here. We're going to freeze this frame and put it here so that you watch it. It's so funny. So, I don't think I have anything.
Yeah. But thank you guys. Thank you for engaging us. Thank you for giving us those comments.
Yeah.
And also, take the comments also on Instagram.
Yes.
Also on TikTok. Also on other platforms.
Yes. That's going to be really cool.
On Spotify, go and give us a rating and write a good, nice compliment.
We're a few episodes away.
Yeah, from actually ending season 1.
Yes.
Yeah, so thank you for engaging us on all these platforms.
How many episodes are we planning to have for season 1?
Season 1, probably 12.
Okay.
12. We are on
disciples.
10. That's how we finish it.
Yes.
So we are planning to end season 1 soon and build up to more exciting and more amazing content for you guys for season 2. Squad Iko Sawa at all platforms.
And every day.
Come on. And we have something exciting that we're going to do before season 2.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys stick and wait on that.
Yeah.
As usual, go subscribe, like, and follow us. Share this to a friend. I know you guys love the content, but share it to someone who also might be friendly with it and might love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that would be all for us today. Maybe.
Do you remember our tagline? My purpose for season 1 is to make sure Mwanji knows this tagline.
Remember, stay creative. Stay away from myths. That part, niyo ingine niongeze.
Blessed.
Stay blessed and always remember.
Squad Iko Sawa!